Greetings mortals, I am Natus, the ruler of the underworld, and today I'll be doing a manga collection video. As some of you know, 2 years ago I made a manga collection video, and since then I got quite a bit of manga, and so I decided to make a little video about updates that I've added to my collection. Alongside that, I'm not planning on buying a lot of manga this year because Lego has been very generous this year when it comes to minifigures and army building and all that stuff. So financially, I decided to just not, focus on both because, as any manga collector, Lego collector can tell you, these two collections get really expensive really fast. And yeah. I mean, granted, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna update my manga collection at all. We are manga collectors, for God's sakes. We are so likely to get new material in it whenever we walk into a bookstore. Like, I literally just go to confirm if there's anything in the bookstore to buy, and I've already gotten a desire to buy Tokyo Ghoul and Stray Dogs. So, yeah, do not, basically it's just, I'll not try to, well, I'll basically just keep my... So let's get into the top of my shelf, as you can see, Basco Giro there, and let's get into it. So, the first thing we're gonna be talking about is my, my Ruby Anthology, which was a book that I had since, in my previous manga collection. Wasn't planning on increasing that. That one's just gonna be the only one that I have. But maybe at some point I will consider collecting the actual Ruby manga. Then we have Fire Force Volume 16, 18, and 21, which I think was since 2 years ago. Not entirely certain, Volume 21, but I think I had it also. Soul Eater, the first 4 volumes, there have been no updates. I haven't exactly, granted, one of the problems is also the fact that I simply do not have any, it's kind of difficult to find single editions of Soul Eater. Sorry about that, the lighting was kind of getting annoying, so I was wondering if this would make it look better. So yeah, there was no additions to Soul Eater, and granted, it's not like I'm planning on adding that much more of Soul Eater, but yeah, these 4 stay, and then we get to I think one of my newest pickups. But yeah, probably my as a monk series is one of my newest additions to collection. That is the new superhero anime. Well, not new, but like amongst, I guess, compared to the rest of the series, a new manga called Shy, which is a very fun story that recently ended its it's season 1. And has announced its season 2. And the story itself is very underrated, and it's a very great story. The main villain group, in my opinion, of Shy are basically like an offers attempt at Akatsuki, and they succeed. And in general, the main character is fun. I would say it's similar to My Hero Academia. It's kind of like a crossbreed between My Hero Academia and Vigilantes in a sense, because it's more active, because the characters are outside of the school, but it's also kind of more slice of life, or at the very least between big arcs there is more slice of life among chapters. And I really hope you pick it up. This is something that I feel like a lot of people should start collecting and enjoy, because again, it's a very well made story. I feel like the reason why people are sleeping on this manga, in my opinion. And I really don't know why, but it's a very good story, so I advise everyone to pick it up. It's 5 volumes out now, so I feel like it's a good time for you to do it if you want to judge the story itself. So yeah, anyways, then we have my One Piece collection, where we have volumes 80, 74, 77, 87, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 97, 102. In case anyone's wondering why my volumes collection is so weird when it comes to its numbers, well, the simple reason is I collect based on volume covers rather than collecting the entire series. So that's why we have such random volumes, because I really like the covers on some. Namely, I prefer volume covers with villains on it. It's why like something like Shy, for example, is going to have mostly my favorite is mostly going to have villains on their cover. So yeah, I have all of this. I'm planning on there are quite a few volumes I want to add to it, but this is all my One Piece right now. And let's be straight up honest, so One Piece, if you plan to collect the entirety of One Piece, you probably have to buy box sets rather than anything else. So, yeah. Any manga collectors who want to start collecting One Piece, start with box sets and then go single, because it's gonna be just the best way you can do it. Then we have Fairy Tail, which I do believe I updated similar to One Piece since then, because I think I only had these 2 volumes in the previous one. And now I also had the German release of volume 85. Again, as a cover collector mostly, I collect stuff mostly on the cover, with the exception, I think, with a few exceptions, but mostly I focus on collecting volume covers, and Fairy Tail, despite its, questionable story, has some nice volumes. Or at the very least, what's inside the volumes is, very interesting if you know the cultural reasons why. Then we have Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest. I think I collected some of these because it was in my well, not my local store, but like the closest bookstore that I can get manga. That's the reason why I have some of these volumes of Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest. I guess maybe Fairy Tail was very popular while these volumes were coming out, because since then I don't think they're updated. I think that I've seen only volume 2 or 3 in it last time, and now I don't think even have anything yet. So yeah, also, and it doesn't help the fact the story currently in the manga in 400 Years Quest is kind of, shit, which kind of fits because as Eden Zero also is currently shit in its final part of the story. But anyways, Eden Zero, I have volume 6, 9, 11, 15, and 17. So yeah, I have a few other volumes I'm planning on picking up, but yeah, these are currently the volumes I have. And the story is, up until the finale, it was a really fun story, but now it's kind of questionable how good it is. And here you have Nami Funko Pop as well as my main Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Then we get to my next shelf where I have 2 JoJo Stardust Crusader. I think they are just called Tonko Bombs. I think, not entirely certain, but yeah. Again, I'm planning on getting more of these, but because the covers and everything and the way how they are is just so amazing and great. So yeah. I mean, it's a very fun story and all, but but because it's like 20 compared to the rest that are mostly to 50, well, mostly below 20. I don't think I'm gonna be up. It's gonna be very long before I update this one. Probably if I only find them in stores again, which they weirdly have stopped reshoveling them. Anyways, then we have Full Metal Alchemist, the 3-in-1, as well as the Slovene edition, which is. Alright, I'll be honest, I am not certain this is because this is like, I think the first manga that's actually translated in Slovene, because I haven't seen any manga translated in Slovene outside of Fullmetal Alchemist. But I'm really annoyed at the fact that they didn't keep the name of the series, because I was originally planning on having my manga spread out based off of alphabetically, but because these 2 are the same thing, it's just for some fucking reason they decided to have the title be also in translated in Slovene. We're a bit of a kind of pickle about it, because then I would have to have these 2 together, and F and J aren't, they're not right next to each other, if you know what I mean. I can't just put it, and then it's just kind of looks odd having a J if you have it alphabetically, because the series is. I mean, right now I'm having them organized by the alphabetical order of their authors, but still, just kind of, I really wish they would keep the same title as it's in English. I mean, it's not like German. I mean, it's not like German titles or series have different titles based off of the manga, based off of the country they are in. Alright, gonna fix. Yeah. Alright, good. Let's get that in. So I really wish they kept the titles the same. Then we get to I was about the bureaucrat for 1,500 years. Yes, and the Demon King made me a minister. I was planning on buying the other two volumes of the series, but I simply haven't got around to it. Then we get to one of the few series that's an exception to buying the cover only rule, and that's My Academia, that I have up to volume 32. I'm not exactly planning on buying any volumes now, not because I do not plan on collecting the entirety of the series, because in case you don't know, my reason is why I want the entire series is because it's kind of like the first one that got me into collecting and all that. It's kind of like nostalgia. You kind of, out of the respect for the series, you kind of have to do it. So so all of you My Academia haters, don't think this is me saying that fell off the same way you do. It's just, it's out of respect and appreciation of the series. So, but yeah, I'm not planning on buying any volumes because I think we are in our last couple of volumes that are gonna be released. I mean, I think we're up to volume 39 now, and the series, I think, is gonna end very soon. I wanna say volume 40 already has all of the chapters that are gonna be in it out, and after that, I don't think we have that many more. So we get to volume 41, 32, that's where I think the series is gonna end. I don't think that Jorge actually gave us a time. Like, I don't think there's a secret explained to us when the series is gonna be ending, or the series is like in the last few chapters. But I think we are reaching that conclusive point. So I will wait until then, and then I'll wait for all the mangas to be released in English, and that's when I think I'm gonna start collecting the series up again. So I will for now focus on other series, especially the ones I really want to have, but I simply do not have the volumes yet. Or found the volumes is more accurate to say, with I'm My Magical Girls. But yeah, for now I'll probably spend more focus on other series until the entire series is released in English, and then I'll collect the final, I kind of want to say the final 10 or so volumes that are gonna come out, but yeah. Anyways, then we have Demon Slayer. I believe I said that my opinion on Demon Slayer, like, I get that it's popular, but I'm not a big fan of it. In fact, the only reason I bought this volume is because I like the cover with Shinobu. And that's probably gonna be the only way I would buy any volume from Demon Slayer, because again, I'm not a big fan of them. Then we have Overlord, where I have the light novel 13, which is a thing I'm also planning on buying the entirety of, because I'm a fan of Overlord. I like the story, I like the characters. It's probably my second favorite or favorite series I have. It's up there definitely. So I'm planning on buying the entirety of the light novel, since I think that's makes more sense than buying the entirety of the Overlord manga. I'm not certain how much I'm gonna be updating this. It's similar to JoJo. It's a bit more expensive, especially in my place where we don't. Again, if it was more local, I would probably buy it, but since I have to, like, go to a bookstore, I have to ask them to order it for me, and then we have to wait, and if it's not in my country, it's gonna take even longer to come, and it would be a whole thing. So I'll probably wait until so it's probably gonna take, again, very hard for me to collect the entirety of, but I think I'll probably collect the entirety, since there's only supposed to be 18 of them, I believe. Well, released. I think but yeah, I'll probably wait some time before I get the entirety of the. So I'll probably wait some time before I get the entirety of. Then we have Naruto Volume 54. I mean, Naruto, it's probably my least favorite of the big three, but it's there, so it's fun. I'll probably collect some more, but I'm probably not collect that many, since for some reason Naruto has like this weird thing where they really stuffed Naruto in every single cover, even if it doesn't make sense, or he's just kinda there for the sake of there. Like, I think the Inoshika Cho cover doesn't have him and need to be there, but he's there. So yeah, I'll collect some, but yeah, now it's kind of overused in the volume covers, if you ask me. Then we have Nakaba Suzuki volumes, aka Saturday Saints. I have volume 2, 5, 18, 19, and 28. I think there are a few other volumes I'm planning on collecting, but that's more or less all I'm planning to get from Saturday Saints. Then we have Full Knights of the Apocalypse, which, similar to My Academia and Overlord, I'm planning to collect the entirety of it for the respect of it, because it's like the first series that I started when it itself started. So I feel like I should collect the entirety of that. Again, out of respect. Also, Gawain Best Girl. And yeah, I really do. It's a very great series, and I'm a fan of it. Having watched the entirety of part 1, I've watched almost the first half of it, but yeah, that's what I have of Full Knights of the Apocalypse now. Then we have Combatants Will Be Dispatched, Light Novel Volume 5. Not much to say about this series. It's a nice little start, but I would say as villain protagonist go, there are other series much better than that one. I admire Magical Girls being the prime example. Then we have Monster Musume Volume 6-7 with my 2 favorite girls there. Really wish they would do more in the story, but I gotta the other 3 or the other 5 have more, I guess, more out there personalities. Then we have One Punch Man Volume 1, 10, 12, 19, and 24. Again, I'm planning on getting more volumes, and it's also this is another example of a series that I think is the reason why I'll probably focus more on these series than on My Academia, because I would really like to have Volume 26, which I think is already out. Actually, I think no, we're at 27. Then we get to my newest pickup, the one I've recently discovered, that is Joker, the one-man operation. This is the first, this is one of those manga which is based off of a comic book character, which I'm really surprised existed. Like, this was a insanely spontaneous buy. Like, I just watched some guy's Manga Collection video, and I saw he had 2 volumes of this, and I immediately checked, and I immediately bought volume 1. I'll probably collect all of the volumes, because I think there are only 3 of them. And it's the Joker. You kind of need to I really would like to have manga characters like the Joker in my collections. I mean, I have some comic book stuff, but it's just not the same as manga. So it's a very funny story about Joker, the aging Batman, and he needing to adopt, and he needing to raise him to be a crime fighter for him. Which is really fun, which is kind of a funny thing how a lot of these series use the logic of adoption to defeat their enemies when you think about it. Like, I think the story itself, because I think this manga has actually been out for a while, it's just now being released in English, because I think on Manga it's like 3 years since it was first put on Manga, but then we have now where I think I've only seen volume 1, 2 in store shelves, and now 3. So yeah, it's a very funny story, and I just find it hilarious. But I think it's ended, and yeah. No, spoiler alert, Alfred, I think discovers Bruce, that's not translated in English yet, from what I could find. And he takes him away from Joker, and he's able to raise him again. So yeah, I guess adopting the enemies is the best way. Funny enough, this actually works with Shy also, because because the Russian lady adopts one of the villains, as you could probably get in next season. So yeah, anyways, there we have Pokemon, Diamond and Pearl Adventures. There are a few volumes I'm planning collecting from this series, but that's pretty much it. It's kind of honestly kind of weird that there aren't Pokemon volumes in the store that in the bookstore that I'm going to, mainly because, you'd think something like Pokemon would have it. Then we have We Never Learn. Kind of surprised I didn't collect more of this series, but what can do, I suppose. Then we get to Akama Got Kill, which is a series that I'm really surprised isn't more popular in manga collections than you'd think it would be, because it's kind of like one of those series I feel like even if you don't read, you actually know of. So it's kind of odd that no one really that it's not that much more popular, especially since S-Death is iconic. I wonder why, when Ice Villainess that's a dominatrix be iconic, but That's a mystery that will never be solved. So yeah, we have that. And it was like, I feel like a Manga Kill, it may be a sort of kind of, what would be the right term to use, prototype for the manga, like Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, those type, and Hell's Paradise, I think would be another one. Because like it's a lot of very similarity. I mean, I don't know, just there's a lot of similarities between a Manga Kill and this series when it comes to like character designs, character personalities, the way their stories are written. Not one-to-one, more inspired, inspired, similar to like Akatsuki and Amara Ryoko and Shai, but, I feel like there is something there. Like, I don't know, I feel like the series would be a lot more of a everyone has it if it got released in the current climate, and if like if they make a remake of the anime, because I think the ending of the anime was changed because the story wasn't complete yet. I feel like Akame Kill might become extremely popular again, but I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Akame Kill would be more popular in the current climate or not? I'll probably make a poll at it to remind myself later. Oh, hope I remember later. Then we have Chainsaw Man Volume 8 and 10. I really like the series. I think the next part in the anime is gonna be the movie where they'll be adapting the the Bomb Devil arc. So yeah, the story is interesting, and the part 2 is kind of going down the JoJo route, where they focus on someone else instead of Denji, but Denji is still a very important character in it. In fact, right now we are focusing on his story. Then we have Bleach Volumes 22, Tankobon Volume 22, 23, and 24. And single editions of 62, 65, 71. Now the reason why I have one volume of Bleach of this Tankobon is because I was planning on collecting volumes 22 and 24, and since they're all in this one Tankobon, I was like, why not pick 2? I mean, it's not like I need volume 20. It's I already am planning on buying volume 40 or 41, the one with Ukiura. So why not buy this one with Grimmjow, since this one's definitely the best out of the 4 between Ukiura and Grimmjow, since they altogether have 4 volumes. And Ukiura's volumes are, in my opinion, quite bad. Then we have Burn the Witch, like I think I had that previously, which I'm kind of disappointed there has been really no update on the manga release front for Burn the Witch. I get it, the author doesn't want to go from the Taito Kubo doesn't want to go into the hell that was Weekly Shonen Jump with Bleach, but I really feel like there could have been some updates at this point. Maybe like a Giga Jump thing or a yearly release manga, like something. I feel like we could get at least now, especially since apparently possibly there's gonna be Bleach Hell arc, which I still don't think has been updated. Like, I'm not entirely certain. Were there any updates? Because I haven't caught any. There was some talk, I believe, because Burn the Witch one shot got animated recently, but outside of that, there hasn't been really much. Then we have Komi Can't Communicate Volume 4, like it was in my last manga collection video. Yeah, I feel like Komi Can't Communicate is one of those series that was kind of really hyped when it got its anime announced, but after the first season, I think the popularity of the entire series just kind of went down, since I don't believe there's that many people who like have it collected. And if you remember before the time when Komi got its season, I think it was not an announcement. I think it was also like about to be released. The season was about to be released for the first one. There was like this very big hype. Everyone was talking about it. Everyone who was doing manga haul videos was looking for and picking it up and sing its praises, but now there doesn't seem to be yet. I mean, I'm not understand, is the manga over or is it still ongoing? I mean, maybe it's like one of those slice of life manga like Rent a Girlfriend that it kind of just, overstayed its welcome, so maybe that's why people stopped talking about it, but I don't know, people just stopped focusing on it. Then we go to probably one of my favorite series, and another one that might be I'm planning on collecting the entirety of, and that's Miracle-chan. Which I have 3, 4, and 7. I really like Miyako-chan. It's a very funny and great story, and I cannot wait to collect for more of it. I'm not certain how long the series itself is gonna be, because it's like one of those series where it doesn't feel like we are really progressing, but there also feels like there has to be a sort of ending to it, but we don't really know how it's gonna go. It's a great series. I hope you pick it up. Season 1 is out and has been translated in English, so yeah, I think a lot of people should look at it, and it's a very fun. Miko and the characters are really fun characters and great cast to watch and read. I mean, it's a bit slow when you look at it in some aspects of the arcs, but when it comes to, like entire volumes, I would say it's a lot more easier to read through. Then we have Time Stop Hero, which is series I don't think a lot of you have probably heard about. I don't believe a lot of people either collect the series or even is that prominent in a lot of manga haul videos. But yeah, it's a very fun series, and also I don't believe it had its anime announced. Which, considering how this year turned out with stuff like I, My Magical Girls and Chained Soldier, I would not be surprised if we get announcement for this anime soon. I doubt it's gonna be released this season, so I feel like every series that's gonna be released this season should already have been announced. This year, but I don't think we're gonna get it released this year, but we will probably get, I feel like at least I could see at least be announced this year, but yeah. Anyways, Time Stop Hero is a very, one of those cultural mangas where the main character has the ability to stop time, and he uses that in the way all of us weeps would do it, and that is strip girls to make them unable to fight us because, you're completely exposed and can't fight back. And if they would fight back, he usually makes sure they can fight back. So, he's a very intelligent and knowledgeable individual, as you can tell. So yeah, this is another series I'm also planning on collecting more of, not the entirety of it, it's not that cultured, but definitely a lot of it. Then we have Black Clover, 3, 4, 11, 21, 30, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. My god, you can tell how one's German, the other one's is not just so superior, which Veronica is to all these characters, and why she's best girl. So yeah, Black Clover, I'm not a fan of how the manga has been going on. I would say between 1 to 27, that's where Black Clover was really at its peak. But now it's kind of just a parody of itself, in my opinion. It's just kind of, let's just have black bulls beat the crap out of everyone. Let's have Japanese characters beat the crap out of everyone. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of where the story is going, but it's still a fun series. It's like one of the series that I first learned to when I started my manga and anime journey. And then we get to the final volume in my collection, which is Spider-Man Fake Red, which is a very fun story and an interesting take on Spider-Man. Where instead of being Spider-Man and Peter Parker, it's actually Spider-Man Yu, which is a Japanese character that lives in, I think, New York. It's kind of difficult to say if this is like a different. Is this a Japanese version, or is that just like someone who lives in Japanese? I'm not entirely certain, but yeah. Unfortunately, this is just this one volume of a series. I think it might have originally been planned to be like a more normal series, like, let's say, Akame ga Kill in terms of length, somewhere around 10 20 volumes. But it got cancelled, and they just decided to put all the chapters, because I believe there's 14 chapters, into this one massive volume, and yeah. And that's what happened to Spider-Man Fake Red, which is sad, since I would say Spider-Man Fake Red is better than most Spider-Man comics these days. I mean, except for the newest one. I think that one is being praised a lot, but this one is, I would say, again, this was better than most. Especially since I think Yu is a very interesting take on like a successor or like a sidekick, or it's a very interesting take on the whole like new character taking the Spider-Man mantle. Better than Miles, in my opinion, because this one actually feels like it's actually doing something unique with him, unlike Miles, who pretty much just copied everything, got better abilities, got a better life, and just okay. There's whole controversies about Miles. I don't hate Miles' character, but the Marvel comic writers were not doing good with Miles, and made them kind of either love or hate Miles, or well, actually, I would say it's like you either like Miles or you don't like Miles, or you're not a fan of Miles. But I think, it's a very good character, and story itself is very fun. Especially since, Yu's biggest hurdle is Screwball, which makes sense for someone who is, supposed to be a newbie to the Spider-Man lifestyle. And I really wish there would have been more of this series, but it's not, and while it's disappointing, it's still a good series. So, yeah. So yeah, that's my entire manga collection. Now, yeah, I'm not certain how much this is gonna be extended. Throughout the year, expand throughout the year. I don't think it's gonna be much, or if anything. But yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope you'll leave your thoughts on this this manga collection. Tell me if there's some series that you would think I should pick up or collect, or if there's some cool volumes out there to buy. Just tell me anything you feel like in the comments below. But yeah, anyways, I hope you like this video. I hope you leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.